You are listening to Nature as Teacher, an audio mindfulness program produced by the Center for Art, Design, and Visual Culture at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and supported by the Joseph Beuys Tree Partnership with a generous gift from Nature Sacred. You can listen to other Nature as Teacher meditations at cadvc.umbc.edu/nature. Hi, and welcome to Nature as Teacher. I'm Jill Wardell, and I will be your guide today as we create a space of non-judgment. For today's meditation, I invite you to escape your daily setting for a while and take a walk. Maybe it's in a nearby park, around your neighborhood, or anywhere that is outside in nature and convenient for you. Today we will be creating a space of non-judgment where you are free to release yourself from expectations for a while and find comfort in a space surrounded with growth, stability, and peace, rather than uncertainty, judgment, and noise. As you begin your walk with nature, start by taking 3 deep breaths. Letting go of any weight or stress that you're holding on to. Noticing and releasing any tension in your face or shoulders, anywhere in your body, any sense of being held up that you can soften into. Just taking a moment to center yourself, to become present with the life that is abundant all around you. As you're walking, be mindful of your pace and your posture. And make sure to give yourself the space to take your time, to move confidently, intentionally. Notice the trees that stand around you, how they stand, tall, grounded, yet reaching for the sky. How do you stand? Where are you grounded? Where do you reach for the sky? Can you touch both heaven and earth in the way you are moving right now? And as you look to nature as your teacher, notice how the trees, plants, ground, water, sky, rocks, birds, animals, everything around you, how they simply give and receive to one another without expectation or judgment. How growing and thriving is a cycle rather than a series of reactions. It's so easy in our everyday lives to continuously react to situations. We resort so quickly to judge ourselves and others, and oftentimes these reactions are made with limited data, often inaccurate data. In those spaces of upset, our reactions can act as a knee-jerk, forcing us to make quick decisions, conclusions, and judgments about the situation we're in that has ripple effects outwards in terms of our own well-being, our credibility, and our future. A couple questions that you might want to ask yourself when you're in a situation with strong emotion and upset. What else do I need to know about this situation? What else do I need to know about myself? What else do I need to know about this other person? What else might be true? One of my teachers once said, all of our unnecessary suffering stems from an expectation that life be other than it is. The operative word there is unnecessary. There are times in life where there's pain, but suffering is optional. It's linked to expectation. I'd like you to think of a time when you experienced some strong upset, when you overreacted, or possibly when you reacted to something that you had no control over. It could be when you responded unfairly to a family member or friend. It could be when you've been too harsh to yourself. It could be when you perceived that you were under attack. Whatever it is, take a moment to replay that experience over in your mind, looking back at the past you, but this time without judgment, simply neutrally, without any expectations of changing the past or changing what you cannot control. See the situation clearly. Looking at it phenomenologically, that is, looking at the facts, what actually happened versus your interpretation of it. See yourself in that moment as if from the 10,000-foot level, and how what you did, said, how you behaved made sense given the data that you had at the time. Forgive yourself for making that error, seeing it as learning and not failure. Now, after simply acknowledging your reaction, I'd like you to offer yourself deep forgiveness. Allow the situation or outcome to simply be something that is on the way, not in the way of your development as a human being. As you exist with nature all around you right now, notice how there are no expectations there. Plants, animals, water, wind, they simply are. Trees are not judged for the way that they grow. Water is not judged for flowing formlessly. Flowers are not judged for taking their time to unfold. Each part of nature gives and receives abundantly with no expectation from anywhere. And so why do we limit ourselves with expectation, with judgment, with this constant desire to react? Taking a couple moments to look at nature around you right now, noticing the effortlessness that is present there, the flowing, the yielding to what is. How can you learn to cultivate the same sense of non-judgment? What would it look like to not resist what is, but to simply be with what is? To stand rooted like the tree, to see what is happening clearly, to flow with, not against, what is happening as the water flows to the sea. To know that this situation is growing you as the flower grows and pushes toward the light. What would it be like to see every situation that you face, instead of from a judgmental perspective, a reactive perspective, a protective perspective? What if instead you could tend and befriend whatever situations you find yourself in that are challenging, by developing a sense of curiosity, peacefulness, and gratitude for the opportunity to be taught by, ripened by the situation naturally, as we see in nature. As you move toward the rest of your day, I invite you to take this perspective on. How is this situation my teacher? As you consider ways that you want to respond, pause and ask yourself, where am I most needed now? And how can I serve this moment? Maybe I need to be like the tree. Maybe what's most needed is for me to be like water. Maybe I need to be solid like a mountain. Take those qualities on, move with, not against the situation, and notice how that choice ripples outwards. Relinquishing any judgment or expectations that you have of yourself and others right now, I invite you to just take several deep breaths and to know that you are always, always whole. There is always new possibilities that exist for you in any moment to shape and change your reality. You are no longer a victim. And as you continue to walk through nature, even after you go back into your daily life, notice how you react to certain situations, how you habitually react, and how now you might react from a place of not resisting what is, but from flowing with what is, accepting what is, and choosing to direct your attention naturally to serve yourself and others on your path to becoming whole. Namaste. Thank you for joining UMBC and Nature Sacred today. Please visit naturesacred.org to learn more about the healing power of nature and listen to more Nature as Teacher meditations at cadvc.umbc.edu/nature. You have been listening today to Nature as Teacher, an audio mindfulness program produced by the Center for Art, Design, and Visual Culture at UMBC and supported by the Joseph Beuys Tree Partnership with a generous gift from Nature Sacred.